president died, but he was not buried, not because of mystery, not because of distance, but because a nation could not agree on how to let him rest. How does a former head of state become the center of a courtroom battle after death? Today, we uncover the story of power, pride, and a burial that divided Zambia.
African valor, strong and true. Every single thing they do.
In the heart of southern Africa lies a land of copper, courage, and contested power. Zambia, a nation born from struggle, shaped by resilience, and tested by leadership. This is the story of a quiet lawyer who rose to the highest office in the land. A man who promised unity, development, and prosperity. His name was Edgar Lungu, Zambia's 6th president. But was he a reformer, a strongman, or a leader caught between vision and controversy? Tonight, we tell the story of power, promise, and legacy. Born on November 11th, 1956 in Ndola, Edgar Lungu grew up in a newly independent Zambia, a nation still defining itself after breaking free from colonial rule. He studied law at the University of Zambia, believing that justice was the foundation of democracy. As a young lawyer, he wasn't flamboyant, he wasn't loud, but he was patient. And in politics, patience is power. He joined the Patriotic Front, a rising political movement founded by the fiery opposition leader Michael Sata. Few knew then that Lungu would one day inherit the mantle. In 2014, Zambia was shaken. President Michael Sata passed away suddenly. The nation entered uncertainty. Within the Patriotic Front, tensions rose, rivalries erupted, and unexpectedly, Edgar Lungu emerged as the party's candidate. In 2015, he narrowly won the presidential by-election. It was one of the tightest elections in Zambia's history. The quiet lawyer had become commander-in-chief. President Lungu promised development, and development came in concrete and steel. New roads stretched across provinces. Airports were modernized. Hydropower projects expanded. He championed infrastructure as the engine of economic growth. Zambia's skyline began to change, but infrastructure came at a cost. The nation's debt began to rise, and whispers of concern grew louder. Zambia is one of Africa's largest copper producers. When copper prices fall, the economy trembles. Under Lungu's leadership, Zambia faced mounting debt and fiscal pressure. In 2020, Zambia became the first African country during the COVID-19 era to default on its sovereign debt. The global pandemic deepened the crisis. Jobs were lost. Businesses struggled. Critics blamed reckless borrowing. Supporters argued that development required bold investment. The debate intensified. Elections defined democracy. In 2016, Lungu secured a full 5-year mandate after a tense race against opposition leader Hakainde Hichilema. But politics grew increasingly polarized. Allegations of media restrictions, opposition crackdowns, and political arrests made headlines. Zambia, long praised as a stable democracy, faced its toughest democratic test in decades. The question echoed across the nation. Was this firmness for stability or a slide toward intolerance? August 2021. The air was electric. Youth voters turned out in massive numbers. Hope, frustration, determination. The ballot became a verdict, and this time the opposition triumphed. Hakainde Hichilema defeated Edgar Lungu by a significant margin. In a defining democratic moment, Lungu conceded. Power changed hands peacefully. In that moment, Zambia reminded the world, democracy still breathes here. On June 5, 2025, news broke across southern Africa. Former Zambian President Edgar Lungu had died in a hospital in South Africa. Across Zambia, supporters mourned, flags were lowered, church bells rang, but as grief settled, controversy began. Lungu's family made a surprising announcement. They said the former president had expressed a personal wish. He did not want a state funeral organized by the current administration, and he did not want his longtime political rival, President Hakainde Hichilema, involved in his burial. Instead, the family preferred a private burial in South Africa. To them, it was about dignity, about honoring a man's final request. But the Zambian government saw it differently. They argued a former head of state belongs to the nation. His burial was not only a family matter, it was a state matter. Officials insisted that Edgar Lungu deserved a full state funeral in Zambia with national honors. The disagreement quickly moved from private discussion to public dispute. Then came the courtroom battle. In South Africa, legal action was filed to halt a planned private burial. A judge intervened. The court ruled that Zambia had the right to repatriate the former president's remains for a state funeral. What should have been a moment of closure became a prolonged legal struggle. Days turned into weeks, weeks into months. The body of a former president remained unburied, an uncomfortable reality in a country where burial rites carry deep cultural meaning. Supporters blamed politics, critics blamed pride. But ordinary Zambians asked a simpler question: why could there be no peace, even in death? In life, Edgar Lungu governed a divided nation. In death, he revealed just how deep those divisions ran. The controversy over his burial was not only about protocol, it was about legacy, about rivalry, about who controls history, and sometimes the final chapter of a leader's story is the most revealing of all. So what is Edgar Lungu's legacy? To some, he is the builder of roads and airports. To others, a leader who burdened the nation with debt. He governed in turbulent times. He faced global shocks. He presided over growth and crisis. Leadership is rarely simple. History does not shout, it waits. And Zambia continues to write its story. From Ndola to State House, from victory to defeat, Edgar Lungu's presidency remains a chapter of ambition, controversy, and transition. In the end, every leader leaves footprints, but it is the people who decide how deep they remain. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more African true stories. Bye for now.
African valor, strong and true. Every single thing they do.